Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to another episode of The Takedown with me, your host, Q Dube. I hope and trust that everybody is doing well, keeping sane, sanitizing, social distancing, and doing everything that they are supposed to do. I am doing the same on my end. We've got a very fantastic episode for you today with the very beautiful, very lovely, very intellectual, very intelligent Patience Piri, all the way from Bulawayo. She's a content creator. She's an activist. She's a mother. She's a businesswoman, but she's all around the vibe. We're going to be chatting to her in a bit, but before we do that, as you know, we always give you a little rundown of what's happening in our beautiful country of Zimbabwe, or in the first story that I'm about to give you, happening around the world, but being done by a Zimbabwean. So in 3, in 2, in 1, we get into our stories. Now, our first story today comes all the way from England. Yeah, it's from England, but like I said, by a Zimbabwean. A Zimbabwean teacher based in the United Kingdom, Martin William Chinyanga, is set to be tried by a British court after he was charged with encouraging terrorism through his Facebook posts. The outspoken Chinyanga, who is 50, a resident of North London, was charged in January with 4 counts of encouraging terrorism in line with the United Kingdom Terrorist Act. So this is what he did. What exactly did he do? I'm gonna give it to you. So UK media reported that last week Chinyanga appeared at the Old Bailey before Justice Swaney. Why did he do this? Is because he was encouraging Zimbabweans through his Facebook posts to go and like burn gas stations, petrol stations, and stuff like that. And so he was doing this on his Facebook. I'm sure someone reported to authorities, and now he's being charged with terrorism. Here's my thing. Don't encourage people to do things that you're not going to do. Like that's what I have against this whole thing. You're sitting in England telling people in Zim to go and do that. No, sir. No. Come here yourself and then do it. And then we will decide whether we want to join you or react on social media with a hashtag like we always do, or tell you that you are just plain crazy for doing what you've done. But what you're not going to do is tell us to go and do that while you sit in the luxury of your home in London. That is not going to happen. No. So in the words of Stevie Wonder, no, it's not. Who was it? It's not Stevie, yeah? No, in the words of Barry White. Practice what you preach. Moving it right along, we are back in Zim, where we are never shy of any news whatsoever. Fresh corruption charges, irregularities have rocked ZESA, right? So we all know ZESA. It's that girlfriend that always leaves and comes back, or that boyfriend, that person that always leaves and comes back. Yes, there are some irregularities now, new ones that have rocked ZESA. So the power utility company has been rocked by a fresh scandal after it emerged that one of its subsidiaries, Zimbabwe Electricity Transmission and Distribution Company, could be losing millions of United States dollars through the manipulation of information technology billing system by its employees. These IT fraudsters at ZESA are manipulating bills, right? So what they do is they reduce or increase the amounts owing depending on the request. And then I'm sure, obviously, they then sort out the difference, and then, you know, they get them, whatever that's what they are doing. And there's an ongoing investigation as it is to try and bring these culprits to book. This is the problem that we face when we have corruption, and when it starts at the top, it starts spilling down to the bottom. We would never condone corruption at any level, whether it's you bribing your way out of a speeding ticket or a traffic fine, or its employees at the ZETDC manipulating bills so that they can claim the difference, or whatever it is that they're doing over there, or its politicians in office. We never condone corruption. So we will never condone corruption at any level, but you know, what we can do is point out where corruption starts from, so that we are able to deal with the thing as a thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So let's be honest that corruption starts at the top, and it's now influenced people to be doing what they're doing at different levels as you are going down and down and down into society. So these fraudsters need to be caught at the ZETDC. They need to be found. They need to be brought to book. But when they are in court and they're being asked why they did what they did, this is how they should reply.
I learned from the best. I learned from you.
It's clever, right? That was very clever. Very clever. Don't. In our last story, we decided to go with something a little bit more feel-good. I know when we always talk about Zim, we're talking about all the negatives, the corruption, the this, the that, and the other thing. But there is some good that comes out of our country. And this time it comes through the efforts of a 13-year-old teenager who is a rowing sensation. Her name is Danielle Kushler, and she has been invited to compete in the virtual World Indoor Rowing Championships after she won the Canadian under-19 500-meter competition, where she smashed the world record. Now, young Danielle is set to compete in the under-19 500-meter competition in the event slated for February 24. It has been a memorable start to the year in the virtual indoor competitions for the Peterhouse girl student who won 2 gold medals barely 2 weeks ago in the Irish Virtual Indoor Rowing Championships. We say to the young lady, thank you very much for putting the Zimbabwean flag on the map in a positive way. We encourage you, we wish you all the best, and you have our full on support. We are with you. Go and do the rowing things and the yada yadas. We will deal with what's happening corruption wise while you do that. Please carry on, and we're proud of you. Now, in 3, in 2, in 1, we've got Patience Piri waiting backstage, but then we're going to do that billboard thing again, and then we get into the interview with her again in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, people, welcome back to the show. And like we said today, we've got a very, very special guest all the way from Wabulawayo, Miss Patience Piri. She's here with us. It's an honor to have her. And there's a lot that can be said. Anyone that knows anything about the entertainment industry and the arts industry, not only in Bulawayo, but in Zim as a whole, knows who she is. Very active on Twitter, content creator. Everything that Vimbai Zimuto has done, like Patience kind of did it first with her pictures. You know you did. But yeah, we've got her here, a very intellectual person, activist, feminist, and just all around good person. What's happening, my people?
I'm fine. How you doing? Good to know. I'm giving you love from the beautiful city of Royals. Going to Ziatumwa. Konyama kayipheli kuphela amazinyo endoda. Omama ndida. Abantwana ngiyeza.
How bagit? How Seataba Bandla? We're very happy to have you here, and you look very nice. Like, I think ever since this show started, you're the only one that's taken time to look nice for the show.
Listen, it's Bulawayo butter. That Bulawayo water, listen, it's yazin. Like, we can't even explain. But this one, they know that, listen, we are royals. Royals.
Right.
Like this.
Right. With red lipstick and the Duke and everything, always ready.
We must show them. They must know. No lockdown formed against us shall prosper.
Shall prosper. Now, to kick off, you were mentioned as the content creator of the week by the Content Creators Network of Zimbabwe. What are you doing in the content creation space, man? Congratulations on that, firstly. What is my... Oh, you were happy? What are you responsible for content creation wise?
I've been doing a lot of content creation over the years, but now more than ever, now that I have my own show, Queening with the Empress, it has forced me to create even more content, and content that speaks to who we are, content that speaks to the issues that we face. And you will see that for the longest time, especially, content has been made to feel like it must just be that certain type of way, and it can only be that. But in the process, we miss out on reaching out to many people. So my joy of creating content is to try and get everybody to be part of it. So even in creating, in my posts, our Twitter, I will post Ischwala le chomolia le nyama, right? And that in itself will reach people. And people assume that content creation should be so fancy. We use big words. We use that. We do that. But at times it's in the simple things and things that get to people, because we want to communicate with people. We don't want to just do to just look like we know what we're doing when we don't know. So I've been doing a lot of work, a lot of writing, like I'm saying, for my show, and trying to get the word across that the future is female, and people should just go with it.
Okay, all right, that's super interesting. What's the show about for those that haven't watched it yet?
So, Queening with the Empress. I'm an empress. I'm a queen. So, what does a queen do all day? She queens. So, Queening with the Empress is a show that has been running for almost a year now. It's about women. It's women driven. It's gritty conversations. It's stuff that we don't talk about. We talk about sexuality. We talk about equality. We talk about equity. We talk about culture, and we try and balance, because I find that it's like me. I try and find the balance between modern day and culture, because I'm proud of who I am and where I'm from, and I want people to see that. I don't want my Zimbabwean woman story, Bulawayo woman story, being told by someone who's sitting in a loft somewhere and assuming that they're speaking for me. I want to speak for me, and therefore, through Queening with the Empress, women have a voice to say what they think. We're talking about the safety of women. There's a lot of talk on consent culture, and people are like, no, it's this, it's not, it's that. And I really feel personally, in 2021, we should not be discussing what consent is. We should not be having reasons why people are being raped. We should not be talking about what did she do for a man to beat her up that way, and all those things. So it's a show that talks about women, that shares women's stories, their fears, their joys, their ambitions. So it's also for men to listen into the conversations and hear what it is that we say we want. Don't assume that this is what we want, and things like that. And also to lawmakers, they must listen in also. They need to listen in, because we're telling them what to do, because what they're doing now is beep.
Oh, okay. All right. We know what beep is. I don't know if our guys can if they have bleeping out equipment, but she was just basically saying it's shit. That's what she was saying, and it's allowed. Now, in terms of content creation, I know you've got tattoos.
Yes.
What's the thought process? First of all, how many tattoos do you have? What's the thought process behind getting a tattoo? And then where's the most hidden one?
It's very hidden. I have 14 tattoos. 14? I have 14 tattoos. Yes.
Okay.
All over my general body space area.
Right.
Thought process is, you have to think hard. Don't make it a boy's name or a girl's name or whatever you think. Yeah.
Situation. Yeah.
No, it's a commitment. I can't commit to humans, unfortunately, but I seem to be able to commit to ink, because ink is forever. There's nothing, there's no scrap before, there's no nothing that will take it away. So it's a commitment thing. So you need to have your commitment thing on check. This is forever, and it's something that will never change. So whatever I feel about this, I am loving it so much that I'm putting it on my skin. Right?
Okay. Right.
There is pain. It's the pain. It's that no pain, no gain thing. And unfortunately for people with ink, I think people with ink will understand this. The pain is addictive. It's very therapeutic. Like once it starts, and then it hits your skin. It's just like, and then a few seconds, it's like a bit sore. It's like, and you're like, ah. And then your body feel good. Wara things, they pop out and they're like, hey, it's a party. Let's all go out. Let's all, And then it starts feeling like, oh, so nice, man. It's so nice.
I don't know if we're still talking about tattoos, but okay. I don't know. I I didn't think we had an age restriction on the show, but no, it's you can carry on. I asked the question, so I should have expected this answer. But where's the most hidden one? Like
it does start feeling nice after a few minutes because of that whole body thing where the body sends, I think they're called endorphins, to go to the place that is suffering a trauma. So you're fine, you hear it, but in that moment when it's being done, you have a moment where it's like a conversation with yourself because there's nothing else happening. And you're stuck, depending how big the tattoo is and how long it is, it's just unje, uthule. So allow impilo yakho, confess a few sins, pray, wara, make a few plans. And then once it's done, it's done. It's now just taking care of it until it heals and scabs, and voila, it's done. And it's pretty.
Okay.
So make sure you do something that's pretty.
Yeah, I might get a tattoo. You still haven't answered, like, where's the most hidden one? We want to know.
It's hidden. It's very hidden.
But where?
It's hidden like the $15 billion.
Ah, yeah, so that's very, very hidden. That's, yeah, okay, no, that's, yeah, that's, I think I have an idea. Now, as a person in Bulawayo, what seems to be the problem with the arts sector in Bulawayo and it getting recognition countrywide? I think this is a conversation that's happened a lot in different spaces, but to hear from you.
As a person in Zimbabwe who resides in Bulawayo. Yes. I don't think we have a problem that is just our problem. I think it's a problem that's right across the provinces. It's just that maybe we're a bit more vocal, and every now and then people love the idea of picking on us as examples. Entertainment industry, Mzala, is not easy. You know this, even in Joburg, even in Hollywood, even entertainment industry is for people with 4 titanium balls and like boobs around their chest and like hair on their nose and things like that. It is not easy. When you decide this is what you want to do, know that you're going to put in so much work and you might never be recognized. In people want to work for awards. So when you're working for an award, we are shala. All the greatest artists I know only got awards after they died and people forgot about them. It was never during their time. And I refuse to think that they were working then for awards. They were working to achieve their goal. If you drink your water, focus on your work, put out the work, eventually somebody will find you. But the thing is that we like to compare. So what happens across the cities is that people want to compare. But what are you comparing to? And the fact that we keep wanting to say Bulawayo, Harare, Masvingo, Vic Falls, blah, 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 we are thinking in a box. We are now living, I think more than anything, COVID has shown us that we live in a tiny little fishbowl. So when you are creating your content, don't create content for Ilogichi Lako. Don't create content for just your city. Don't create content for just your province. Don't create content for just your country. Create content. And say this content needs to appeal to someone who's in Alaska. It needs to appeal to someone who's in Nigeria. This content needs to appeal to someone who's in Sweden. Because the moment we start saying, I'm a Bulawayo artist, also in a PC, where's a teaspoon in a drawer of I'm a teaching spoon. Also there's a teaspoon. Because then you'll forever be kept at that Bulawayo name. So why don't you think bigger? And say, I'm international. So what happens is that when people don't put in the work and they expect the rewards. People are not channeling, they're not creating new networks, they are not being consistent, they are not putting in as much effort, they are not treating their work as brands, they are not investing in their work, but then they want me to invest because so I don't think Bulawayo has anything that is different from any. I think if you talk to even about Webwell, right? They will tell you that, yeah, our music is not. Harare, listen, my politics with Harare, I will just like, it's where they say that's where the money is and blah, blah, blah. And then the radio stations and the deciders and the what. But we're now living in a digital world. Deciders are on the screen. Deciders on the other end of the phone. If you are worth it, we're now cute Dube. If you are worth it, it's you picking up the phone and saying, hello, CEO of Magamba. How are you? I've got something. If you prove what you say, I don't think there will be a problem. So at times it's easier for people to waste energies talking about what's not happening instead of us putting energies, not even wasting energies, putting collective energies to make sure that things are happening. How do we make it work? Because I think by now we must be tired of saying, why is it not happening? It's not happening, we know it. How can we get it to happen?
Got you. I like what you said when you talked about thinking international from the get-go, you know what I'm saying, and not creating content for local consumption. Because I don't think that's the porn industry showed us that. Like they don't do that. Like the moment they came out, they said, we are going out there. And yeah, and we consumed their content from here on VHS tapes. Even back then, they were in LA and New York. And
Bible scriptures.
So no, we should start. I think content creators should start acting like porn stars and just make the content with international appeal.
Yeah.
And then, because the thing will be consumed regardless, right? But now you.
Okay, I just wanted to just stop in and say it's an issue of, think about it, language. Also, it demands you to be up to speed with what's happening around the world. I can't just come to New York and start talking about Bulawayo. They don't know what Bulawayo is. But I need to place it in a way that everybody understands and they can picture it, because I'm putting it against things that they can relate to. So for content creators, always be relevant, always be in news. You find people being so proud. I don't watch ZBC, it's rubbish. You are rubbish. You should watch it. You don't watch things because you like it. And it's not about you. Your audience might watch ZBC and they might enjoy it. So anyway, go on.
It's I get you. It's understanding the market from that perspective. So all right, you are an activist. Yeah. First of all, what would you define as being an activist? And secondly, what are the things that you champion?
Being an activist, according to me, is standing for something and actively fighting for it. Even when people are saying whatever rubbish they want to say, but actively standing for it. I stand for women. I stand for women being in places of power, in key decision-making positions, women being equal and being given equal opportunities, taking equal opportunities, demanding equal opportunities, women having equity in a country that is patriarchal, in a continent that wants to think that we are children and we are the weaker sex. I don't get where they get that from, but listen, I believe in the safety of women. So really my focus is women and children. That is what I am passionate about. That's what I want, because I believe that a society that does not respect its women does not respect itself. And therefore, it can never have any blessing. It can never grow. It can never be anything. Because if you disrespect women who, number one, are a majority in each and every society, two, have given birth to you, continue to give life, continue to sacrifice themselves to raise children, to raise these corrupt politicians. They're raised by mothers. I don't know where they get it from, but if we live in that disrespect women and that abuse children, that makes us worse than animals, because even buffaloes in the wild will defend their weakest and their baby buffaloes. I don't know what they're called, they're cows. But how are we as human beings who are said to be the cleverest of the mammals living worse than animals? Animals would be insulted to hear that we are called animals because of how we act. So I am a champion for women taking up their space, not being empowered. I hate it when people say, oh, women empowerment. Empowerment what? Why are you empowering me? Jonathan Moyo said, he who appoints can disappoint. So if you can empower me, can you not disempower me? I want to empower myself so that I owe nobody nothing. Therefore, I can rise to my highest and demand what is rightfully mine. If we are doing this nonsense quota system that they are doing, this 50-50, that is the window dressing, where we like, oh yes, we have women in politics, and then they go and pick abantu vela who will never say anything, who will never challenge them, who will never demand what is rightfully theirs and ours, who will never represent the women constituency that they are sitting there trying, yeah, I'm a PR. Who are you PRing for? And who are you talking for? You see? Who are you talking for? You are not talking for me, because there's nothing that has been said that represents me in parliament. Nothing. We can't you every year parliament is sanitary way, safety of women every year. Come on. There must be other things that we should be talking about. So which is why I'm saying women need to sit in positions of power. We need to get to a point where we are a generation of women that demand what is rightfully ours. That say, listen, don't feel for me. Feel for yourself. Let me take my place. Let me do what I must do for me, for my country, for my women folk, for the children, because clearly you failed. So let me try also. Let's see if you fail. Give me 40 years.
Have you ever thought of running for office? Have you ever thought of running for office, especially in that department? Huh?
If I ran for office, yes, the office will run. Office will run.
Right. But I mean, doesn't that speak to, isn't that what is needed?
It is. I on some days I wake up, I have ideas of running for some post, and then some days I wake up, I'm like, my first business of the day is to just like send people to the gallows. Like there are people that are earmarked, like it's like a CSI wall where I've got pictures of people, and the guy will put about X, so which one down, because it's an idea that I would entertain.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's I like that. Hopefully it comes to being sooner rather than later. Yes. Campaign manager and also handle funds. Then I'm like good. And I won't lie. You know a lot of women, so I would be there for sinister reasons. I mean, I'll be around you just so that I see you around other women. I'll be there for my own personal reasons. So that's what I'm honest, guys. I have to be. That brings me to my next question. In 2017, you turned 35 and you took pictures that did the things on the internet. So for those that don't know, she took pictures. Are they still up on your social media?
Yep.
Go on her social media, you'll see her in pictures of a white shirt, and that was a white man. Yes, and that was it. And then she just took, and it was like,
okay, a man's shirt that is white, not a white man's shirt. That is white.
Yes, not right. Yeah. That's exactly a man's shirt that's white. White men all around. Comrade Fatso was happy. He was like, yeah, you see, I mean, come on, we've got influence. No, Fatso, we're talking about a man's shirt that's white. That's what we're talking about. So now,
it wasn't your shirt, but okay.
2017, so that was 2017, 35, 2018, 36, 2019, 37.
I'm turning 40 this
2020. Yeah, I was getting to that. So are we?
No, I'm not
Because
trying
it's,
to say my age.
are we going to see
For my
a different
40th,
photo shoot?
I want to do.
It's going to be the. Come on now.
I
Come on.
want
Okay. All right.
40. I want 40 to know that it has never been entered the way I will enter it.
We're waiting. Well, do you date younger guys?
No.
Shit. Okay. No, I was asking for a friend. There's a friend who was
Tell
asking.
your
Okay.
friends
All right.
to hit me up when they're older than me.
Okay. All right. No, I and then you've got a son who's older now. He's in varsity, yeah?
My amazing champion of a son is turning 22 in November. He's doing his third year in varsity. He's got a beard
Right.
and
What?
all. He's older than me. He's a rugby player. He can, like, yeah.
He's a man.
He's a man. He's a whole man.
Right. What did he say when he saw your pictures? Did he see them?
He did. His friends saw them, and yeah. The thing is that having a child when you're younger, there's a way that you kind of like grow up together. So my conversations with my son are not what many people's conversations, I guess, with their children are. We have an honest conversation. I will say, this is what I'm thinking of doing, and blah, 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 blah. And I try in everything I do not to embarrass him. So if you look at those pictures, that you see nothing, you actually see nothing, which is why they could be published in the paper, because you don't see anything, nothing was blurred out. But it was just playing on imagination. And it was, there's something that really surprises me, that when a thicker girl shows some skin, people are like, you're just so a thigh. You're so a thigh. You didn't even see a nipple. You didn't even see nothing. But yazini, abantu befike bangena baba inside. Yes. So it's always interesting that when thick girls show some skin, people come out. Some are happy in the inbox, and some come out with their Bibles, and some tell us that we are ugly and we should cover up and we don't have this and that because we're showing stretch marks, which apparently should not be shown, and nobody else has them, which is a lie. Stretch marks are sexy as. But also, this whole thing, which we live in the part of the world where fuller women are normal, where our mothers, our sisters, the girls down the road, everyone, yes, fuller fika.
Yeah.
But you find people wanting to look up Kim Kardashian and be I'm like, oh, J-Lo, bani. Siyacela isibunu phandle la. Alikazeli isibunu. Ngabaqamba amabizo but asingaqambe. African women have beautiful bodies, and I like the fact that in their beautiful bodies, even the shade of skin, it's not, you get like all these types of browns, of like there's this, it's so beautiful. I hate that people want to make us hate what is so beautiful.
Right.
So that was
I hear you.
Of my body. That was just a celebration of my body and saying, listen, stuff it, that you feel whatever way you feel about it. I am 35. I am thick. I am a mother. I am a working woman. I am this. I am that. I am so many things. But above all, I am very comfortable in my skin. So when and being whatever, some type of way that you feel about yourself, but please don't bring your negativity to me. Keep your gray clouds. I'm going to keep my clear blue skies. Peace.
Got you. That's positive attitude to have. I hope you know that your son's friends did use your pictures. I hope that is something that is. Yes, your pictures.
I hope I set a standard that thick girls
No, you did. Trust me, you did very much. But yeah, your pictures were used. Anyway, what do you think happened? What do you think happened to Kelvin? Like properly, seriously, on a serious note, in terms of why hasn't the thing been solved? Like, is there something else that we're not being told?
I think Indabaga Kelvin highlights an issue of the state of affairs. It's just that with his case, he's someone who's known, and therefore people expected that something would be done quicker. There are many people that have lost their loved ones through violent acts like that, stupid violent acts that end lives. And they're never followed up. No one is brought to book. No one is prosecuted. And families have to live with this gaping wound always, and they never find closure. And like I'm saying, it's not just Kelvin. From the start, you will see that there are many, many nameless people that have been through this, where the system continues to break them even further and not bring them the justice that they deserve. So it's so sad that we live in a society that does not bring people that are full of shit to book. Because if we did that, if we acted the same way that the moment I said something against the president or something, it would be very effective. You know, it would be great. We have true criminals that are running out there and they are living their best lives. But flowers Valentine, they'll be kissing their loved ones, they go home each night. But the Nhlizio family and many other families cannot be with their loved ones and they still can't find closure. So I think it's not just about him. It's about many things. It's about the justice system that we have. It's about the but generally,
I get what you're saying. Yes, and we shall be there with hashtags, but not physically. You know how we operate.
No Hopewell, so I'm not expecting anything unless if you're Hopewell or Joanna, that's when people come out for you. The rest of us.
When you go, you're gone. No, but I understand that makes perfect sense. Then because we're starting to think that okay, there seems to have been witnesses and all this, and but nothing is coming to book. It was very weird. But no, thanks for that explanation. Now there's the myth of this. Are you part of this mysterious 5 mafia apparently that runs Bulawayo Entertainment? So for those that don't know, it's said that there's a mysterious 5. And there's a mafia of 5 individuals in Bulawayo that apparently run the industry.
They were outed.
Do you know? No, I don't know these. Even when we were talking with my co-writer, we were trying to figure out what are these names? Like, who are these people? To this day,
they were put on a newspaper front page with pictures.
I didn't see it. We tried to look for it. I didn't see it. Like, who are these mysterious 5? Okay, so can you give us the names? Are you at liberty to tell us who were named in that thing?
I need to remember, but nyakwazi kulomambazo, kulo Raisdon, kulo Need, Nkululeko, I think kulo Nkunkala, other one, and so was. But I think I remember something like that. Those are the ones that I said to be the gatekeepers.
Oh, okay. I'm cool with all of them, so I'm good. Like, that's
me.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with them. So you're not part of. Wait, you mentioned 4, so you're the 5th one.
Do you know what? I've been trying to get there to do representation for women folk. I'm trying. Like, I keep waiting for someone to come at me and say, Patience, you're mafia. I don't know what else.
You're ready for the post.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready for my name to be there. Because, like, I can take you to the bank and get a loan and buy a house. Like, I can take you to the shop. Like, I'll be like, guys, I'm that mafia person. I'll even cut the newspaper clipping and put it like a wall frame. Yes, Mama, I made it.
I've made it. So basically, you're saying it's a load of bullcrap. Do you think that does exist in terms of gatekeeping and all of that, because I feel that's another thing that's leading to this whole Bulawayo arts industry is dead, da 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 da. It all then ties up. Does that exist? I don't see it. Maybe because I'm cool with the so-called mafia.
I think every industry has been accused of having gatekeepers. Maybe they are gatekeepers, and I don't know. But when I want what I want, there are no gates. I drive through gates. I don't see a gate. I don't.
You do your thing, yeah.
Maybe they are there. Maybe they do. But like I'm saying with the Q, we've moved from going to auditions at a certain place and this and that. We now have digital space where I am my own gatekeeper, where I am my own mafia, where if I put out good, consistent content, the takedown with Q will call me and book me for an interview. I do not apply for anything because I am showing up and I am showing that I can do this and I am already doing it. I'm not waiting for you to open a door for me. I am opening the doors, which is what I said, that I am empowering myself. I'm not waiting for you to say, no, Patience will give you a leg up. So now that we are in this place, why are we not moving forward into the fourth industrial revolution and saying, let me take charge of my brand. Let me take charge of my content. Let me narrate my own content. Let me put out music. Let me put out sketches. Let me put out whatever it is that you're doing for the whole world. Because now internet connection, it's to the whole world. Since we went into lockdown, we artists were now, have you seen that's done a show by themselves and said, listen, guys, I'm here for you. But which one? Because we constantly wait for other people to be our heroes. Why are you not your own hero? What's stopping you? If it's your dream, why do you want Outspoken to come and say, this is your dream, but me, I'm going to do this? That's not his dream. Because then if he comes in and he puts his 2 cents, Patience, you should. That means now I owe her. Why do I want to owe people? I don't want to owe anything. Even the Bible says, oh, no man, nothing but love. Preach.
Right.
So
people
need to stop finding excuses. Do what you do.
Right.
Put in the work, put in the tears, put in the sweat, deal with the no's, deal with the 2 views, whatever it is. Build yourself, pick yourself up, go. Eventually, somebody will hear you and somebody will see you.
Right.
Stop knocking on Raised on Baya's doors. Stop knocking on Simon Mambazo's doors. Stop knocking on all those people. They are not God. They are not God.
Right.
Stop giving them that God status. But if we want to, please come, give me a God status. Me also, I want.
Oh man, yes, no. My Piri is open for business. Theater. Quickly, we go into theater. You've also dabbled into that. Vagina monologues, naked girls.
Yes.
Right. First of all, is acting something that you would do full on as a career? You wouldn't dabble into that. Okay. What has been the reaction when it comes to vagina monologues and naked girls? I won't lie, I came to see it once and I thought they would be like literally naked girls. I was like,
that is
No, I feel let's stick to the thing. If you say naked girls, can I mean, come on, can I at least write one that just runs across the stage? Then I'm like, yeah, they stuck to the theme. I hope my mother doesn't watch this episode.
If someone is instead of grabbing the keys, right? U dash ta THA dash da NDA dash. Just to emphasize.
No, this will be
okay. So let me start. So Vagina Monologue was redone recently, and Uchi Pumawari, a beautiful, beautiful young woman with a voice, decided she wanted to run with the project. And then they asked a few women to contribute, like write something. and I'm a contributing author to that. So that was fun. That was fun to watch it and to bring that conversation of vaginas to the public, because we like to hide it. In Toyami Ini, it's got a name. It's called a vagina, and it's got usage, and it is necessary for everyone. For
what is it in Ndebele?
For niceness.
It has to have a name.
Isito or something. Isito being a thing. Or something like that. My Ndebele side. So people don't come for me, but it's something like that.
Okay.
But
something like that, all right.
Yeah. And then so I was just a contributing writer to Vagina Monologue. And then Vagina Monologues Africa. And then for Naked Girls Reading, it was something that I wanted to do because I'd seen it being done somewhere, and I'd spoken to a few people locally, and they said it won't happen, no one will come for it. And then over wine, because wine makes everything nice. Yes. Over wine, I spoke about it, and Dave Skuja gave me right there and there. Dave Skuja said, "Okay, Theatre in the Park is open. I will get someone in the office to call you and give you dates." And I'd not even written a script, nothing. It was just, I just said an idea. And so then the journey began of what conversations do we want? And Naked Girls Reading is conversations about women, what women wish other people knew women go through, what women wish they could say out loud, things like that. So it was conversations. And then the naked part, one, there's the issue of censorship rule. Law in Zimbabwe, like, yeah, we're very, but also it was not naked physically, it was naked emotionally and spiritually, that your Q who come in to see naked girls would come in, and the outfits were rather raunchy. It's not stuff that you'd see every day. But once you are there and you're looking at my thigh, which has been oiled up and it's glowing, I'm in a corset, I'm in stockings, I got heels on, and you're like,
right.
Then we hit the issue. You are raping us. You are hitting us. Why are you this? Why are you that? Why are you that? So now you're captivated. You're looking at the one thing, but you're hearing the conversation. So you have to sit for the 45 minutes and listen to this. And then after each show, we would have a conversation where people would then ask questions, and we would have conversations that were going, and some things were new to some people, like, really, this is what's happening, and things like that. So that was the idea, that it's not just physical nakedness, but we're saying we are bearing it all completely. Like, let's have this conversation about women. Let's hear what we are saying, and this is what we're saying.
Okay, and then it's still running. There's still going to be more shows?
If I find people with money and we can pay for it, yeah.
Okay. So people out there, please, we need money to make this thing happen. We're not going to keep you too long. We just have one more question, and then we get into our rapid fire. So the last one. So there's going back to the issue of the artists and and not getting whatever. I'm going to pick 5 Harare artists, and I'm going to ask you to give a Bulawayo artist that can give that Harare artist a run for their money, not from popularity or whatever, just talent, from pure talent, just talent. Yeah. So first one, Ja Praiser. Who could give Ja Praiser a run for his money?
Clement Makwaza.
Okay. Winky D. Really? Clement Makwaza. Clement Makwaza. Okay.
Winky D. Ja Praiser would learn 2 or 3 things from Clement Makwaza. Winky D, okay. I would give to Gafa. Mzo7.
Mzo7 can go against Winky D?
Nicely. Mzo has good vibes. Mzo has sing-along. Mzo has energy.
Now Zumoya Wam, that's
No, that's Mrs. K.
Mrs. K.
Mzo7 is
Oh, okay.
Take your Bulawayo. Na, 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 na.
He can wink it. All right,
He's got the
okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, Holy 10, the new rap sensation.
Ooh, no, what's in him like you say? Kelvin can beat that guy. From the grave, Kelvin will finish that guy. Finish him. Finish him. Kelvin can take Holly 10 down. Asef can take Holly 10 down. Who's that one that I'm thinking of? Awa can kill Holy 10. Rest in peace, Holy 10. Ngafaku Awa Kiwe.
Okay, all right. We've got Amara Brown.
Amara Brown. Oh, one. Okay. Amara Brown can be taken down by Vuyo Brown. That's nice. Amara Brown and Vuyo Brown. Vuyo Brown can take down.
And then XQ.
Oh, XQ Puppy is cute. Ziz K can take down XQ.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. That kid can.
Ziz
Like
K
that.
any day. No, listen. Holy 10, yeah, all right. I'm not saying is, but I'm saying, have you listened to Awa Kiwe? Have you listened to Asef?
Yes.
Have you listened to Kelvin?
Right. No, Kelvin, I'm with you.
Listen to Awa Kiwe. Listen to Awa Kiwe. Like, dedicate time, guys. If you have never listened to like rap that will take you, steal your soul, like this, snip it out of you and do whatever. Listen to Asef, listen to Awa Kiwe. Awa Kiwe will finish you to die to death, to finish dead. Yeah, rest in peace. Anyway.
That was a good one, though. I think that was a good one. Now we're getting into our rapid fire. Our rapid fire is just 5 questions where you just answer with no explanation. Right? No explanation. We ask you and you just pick. Right? I'm gonna start. I'm starting now. Number 1, Islanders or Zapu?
Bosso.
Okay. Flower Arts Awards or NAMA?
BAA.
One you say. Vimbai Zimucho or Sandra Ndebele?
Sandra Ndebele all day, every day.
Okay. Length or girth?
Girth wins each and every time.
Okay. All right. The last one, pretty simple, but we know you prefer both. Red lipstick or purple lipstick?
Red.
Red.
Yes.
Okay, so you see, that wasn't that tough. That wasn't tough. It was easy. It was easy. No, like this is a family show. I think we've crossed that line like a long time ago.
What am I going to say to
You think she doesn't know?
I don't want to know.
These older folks. Listen, these older folks act like that when their time passes. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think why these older folks always talk down on these things, it's coming from a point of jealousy because they can't experience it anymore the way they used to. Come on, man. They did things like they back seats of cars, those 405s. Those 405s saw a lot of things back in the day.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. Coco Fortune, I love
Okay,
you.
all right.
It's your other one that's up to nonsense. It's not me. You're an angel. You're a virgin. I love you. You know nothing.
She is, yes, yeah, no, she is. They all are Shem Bandla. They all are Bagit. But Mapiri, thank you very much for taking time out to have this chat with us. And yeah, man, we can't wait to see the theater productions back and the content creation to keep going. And I think we need you to be the change you want to see, run for office, and start tackling these women's issues from that perspective. You would have, I think, not only our support as men, but women in general.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, people, for tuning in to this episode of The Takedown with me, Q Dube, alongside the very beautiful, very talented, very just all-round vibe of intellect and everything in between, Patience Piri. We appreciate her for taking time to chat with us and have a good laugh and good yeah, you watched the episode, you know what it was about. So we appreciate you, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, please do that, and share this with people and the other interviews that we have done. We appreciate you very much. The closing with Patience, our network started doing the thing, so that's why we are doing the thing now. Check us out next time, same place, same date. Wait, there's a way I say it. How do I say? Yes, check us out next time, same place, just a different date. It's fire, huh? It's fire. Bye.